Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Shiv Kumar News. Here I am reading the Hindu newspaper. My purpose in aim is improving my knowledge and English only, nothing else. Therefore, please support and guide me. This is our first article. First time MLA Rekha Gupta to be Delhi CM swearing in today. BJP Legislative Party meets select Shalimar Bagh legislator to hold the top post. Lieutenant Governor invites her to form government. She will become the fourth woman CM in capital. PM to attend oath taking ceremony at Ramlila Maidan. Starting with CM designated Rekha Gupta with party leader at the BJP office in New Delhi on Wednesday. Satwai Mahajan, New Delhi. Rekha Gupta, first time MLA from the Shalimar Bagh, has been chosen as the Delhi Chief Minister. The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP said after its legislative party meeting at his national headquarters on Wednesday evening. Ms. Gupta, 50, will be the fourth woman to head the government in the Union Territory. The announcements come early 10th day after the BJP returned to power in the national capital after 26 years, winning 48 of the 70 seats in the assembly election. The party is yet to announce its picks for ministerial worth. Ms. Gupta, a three-time municipal councillor who was active in student politics, was a surprise choice. She beat a number of probable candidates, including Pravesh Verma, who had defeated Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal in the New Delhi constituency. Three-time MLA and former leader of the opposition Vijendra Gupta and the former Delhi BJP President Satish Upadhyay. Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena invited Ms. Gupta to form the government after the met him at his residence following the legislative party meeting, accompanied by the senior BJP leader, and to stake claim to it. The oath-taking ceremony set to take place Ramlila Maidan on Thursday will be attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chief Minister of NDA rule state. Approved by consensus. Ms. Gupta's selection by the legislative party was overseen by two central observers, senior MP Ravi Shankar Prasad and the former Haryana MLA OP Dhankar. BJP sources said then that the 9 proposals were made in her favor and all were approved by consensus. Speaking to the press person after the meeting, Ms. Gupta expressed her gratitude to the top leadership of the party for trusting her with the responsibility. I pledge that I will work with full honesty and integrity and dedication for the welfare, empowerment and overall development of every citizen of Delhi. I am fully committed to this important opportunity to take Delhi to new highlights, Ms. Gupta said. 3 MLA supported her claim to become the leader of the Delhi's BJP legislative party. The meeting was attended by all 48 MLA elect as well as Delhi BJP chief Virender Sachdeva and other senior Delhi BJP leader. In this month assembly election, Ms. Gupta defeated 3-time AAP MLA Bandhana Kumari by the margin of 29,595 votes. This is our second article. No one can argue with me on tariff structure. Trump standing firm. The US President had announced the reciprocal tariff on the country's trading partner on February 30. Press Trust of India, Washington. USA President Donald Trump said that he had made it clear to Prime Minister Narendra Modi that the India would not be separate from Washington reciprocal tariff, emphasizing that nobody can argue me on the tariff structure. Mr. Trump made the remark during an interview with Sean Hannity of Fox News. Fox News aired a joint interview with Mr. Trump and billionaire Elon Musk on Tuesday night. The US President had announced reciprocal tariff on its trading partner on February 13 or before a bilateral meeting with Mr. Modi. Under the plan, the Trump administration will work to counter non-reciprocal trading arrangements with trading partners by determining the equivalent of a reciprocal tariff with respect to each foreign trading partner. Mr. Trump reiterated his stance on existing tariff structure between the USA and its partner. Nobody can argue with me. He instead, I told the Prime Minister Modi here what are going to do Reciprocal, whatever you charge, I am charging. Mr. Trump said. He Modi goes, no, no, I don't like that. No, no, whatever who you charge, I am going going to charge. I am doing that with every country. India was very strong tariff on certain imports from the USA, like the automobile sector, where tariff is 100%. Under the reciprocal tariff system, the USA will impose the same level of tariff on Indian goods. Mr. Merck said it's 100%. Auto imports are 100%. Yeah, that peanuts so much higher, and other too. I had here what here is going to do. Reciprocal, what you charge, I am charging. Mr. Trump said. If I said 25%, they say, oh, that terrible. I don't say that they anymore. We cause I saw whatever they charge, we all charge. And you know what, they stop. Mr. Trump said, we are right now a reciprocal nation. We are going to, if it is India or if it is no somebody else with low tariff, we are going to have the same. We are going to have whatever India charge, we are charging them. So it's called reciprocal, which I think it is very fair way. During Mr. Modi visit, Mr. Trump had said India has been to us just about the highest tariffied nation anywhere in the world. It is very hard to sail to India because they have trade barriers and strong tariff. This is picture. Any way to wind blows. Hot air balloon carrying tourists fought past snow-covered mountain near Manali in Himachal Pradesh on Wednesday. Karnataka Chief Minister wife and two other gets clean chit in Mudda case. Siddharamaiah, the Hindu Bureau, Bengaluru. Karnataka Lokayukt police said it does not have the evidence to prove corruption charges made against the Chief Minister Siddharamaiah, his wife Parvati, and two other, giving them a clean chit in the case. It was probing alleged irregularity in the allotment of the compensatory site by the Missouri Urban Development Authority Mudda. In a notice issued by the complainant Sneha Mai Krishna on Wednesday, the Lokayukt police had the allegation against Mr. Siddharamaiah, his wife, and his brother-in-law Mallikarjun Swamy, and that's the seller of the land Devraju could not be proved, citing lack of evidence. The Lokayukta police said it will be submitted its final report to a special court on Thursday. It is if the complainants wishes to oppose the report, he has been asked to do so before the magistrate of the special court within a week of receiving the notice. The local police added that it would conduct a further inquiry into the allotment of the compensatory site under the 50-50 ratio scheme from the 2016 to 2024 under the section 173 clause 8 of the CRPC, and submit an additions report to the court. The Lokayukt police had registered an FIR against the Mr. Siddharamaiah and other in the Alice scheme on September 27, 2024, invoking the provisions of the Indian Penal Code, the provision of the Corruption Act 1980, the provision of the Benami Property Transaction Act 1980, and the Karnataka Land Grabbing Provision Act 2011. As per the direction of the special court, sources said the next hearing in the matter was scheduled for February 24. The FIR was booked under the section 120B, 166, 403, 406, 420, 426, 465, 468, 340, and 351 of the IPC, section 9 and the 13 of the Prevention of the Corruption Act of 1980. Section 353 and the 54 of the provision of the Benami Property Transaction Act 1988, and the section 3 and 4 of the Karnataka Land Grabbing Provision Act 2011. The FIR was booked following the special court's direction after the Karnataka High Court dismissed with Siddharamaiah play against the governor. Thawar Chand Gehlot moved to sanction permission for an investigation against him in the alleged Mudda scam. This is our first editorial. Closer than ever, India and Qatar have deepened their ties despite differences. The visit of the Qatar Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani a decade after his visit to India has led to a reaffirmations of the deep ties between two countries. While they do not always share the same worldwide, both countries recognize each other's importance on the regional and global stage. For Qatar, India is a globally connected power, maintaining a balance with all players in the West Asia region, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iran, Israel. India expatriates are often seen as the backbone of the Qatari economic activity. For India, Qatar is Gulf power, a huge source of remittance and a partner with a major geostrategic role. Qatar also provides 45% of India's LNG needs, which make up about the half of the bilateral trade of $15 billion between the two countries. While Qatar is home to a USA military base which houses the UK and Australia Air Force, it has also hosted groups such as the Hamas and the Taliban, and maintained ties between the regional militia group. In its recent decision to broaden its engagement with the Taliban regime in Afghanistan, the Narendra Modi government has leaned on the Qatari leadership. In addition, the Qatari Amir decision to the pardon 8 former Indian naval personnel reportedly accused of the spying and heading the death sentence in 2030 was held for the closer understanding. It is left fitting and long overdue, therefore, that after the talk in Delhi, India, Qatar decided to upgrade ties with to a strategic partnership. Given that the India already have a strategic partnership signed with the Gulf Cooperation Council, including UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kuwait. They also sign a double taxation avoidance agreement and MOU in area including sport and youth fair. They agreed to double bilateral trade by 2030, and Qatar is to invest $10 billion in the India in infrastructure and manufacturing sector and other area. While the joint statement and readouts dwelt on the bilateral Homeo, the geopolitical undertones of their summit cannot be ignored. The Qatari Amir visit becomes amidst turmoil in the Gulf regions over the Israel-Gaza conflict and the USA President Donald Trump's outrageous plan to clear 2 million Palestinians from their homeland in the name of the regional peace. Every country in the Gulf region has the voice its opposition to the Trump announcement, and the New Delhi relative silence has been noted. While the joint statement said that the both sides convey their respective position on the Israel-Hamas issue, it did not detail those positions as the Arab GCC and GOIC member meet this week to discuss the challenge from the development in Gaza. All the India's Qatar talks may have delivered the opportunity for the both sides to bridge that the evidence between them, even as Delhi and Doha committed to much stronger forward-looking bilateral partnership. So this is our next article editorial on Myanmar, Manipur and strained border. Political stability in Myanmar in the resulting refugee influx and strain Northeast Indian security, economy and border management, necessitating the response to maintain stability and economic engagement. Sanjay, first we zoom this article editorial. Now we start reading. Article written by Sanjay Pulipkar, chairperson of the Politia Research Foundation. Views expressed are personal. The flux of the Myanmar refugees has generated diverse response in India northeastern state. This image. North India has experienced the prolonged spells insurgency. However, over the past few decades, large part of the region have to permitted free of insurgency. The relative peace has allowed for the operationalization of the massive infrastructure project, but as the violence in Manipur the gains made are experiencing increasing the stress because of the political development in Myanmar. The military coup in Myanmar in February 2021 has encountered the widespread disapproval disapproval from the people of that country. The civil disobedience movements against military rule subsequently evolved into the armed resistance by the People Defense Forces (PDF). The coordinated attack by the PDF and the ethnic armed organization EO pushed the Myanmar military Tatmadaw to cede control over the large part of the country. In a futile attempt to the reason territory, the Thama Dow resorted to indiscrimination use of force. There were instances when the civilian area were subjected to area aerial and artillery bombardment by the Tatmadaw. The Sanghaingi regions, Chin and the Kachin bordering northeast India often witnessed heavy fighting between resistance forces and the Tatmadaw movement of refugees in northern India. There are many ethnic groups such as the Mizo Chinkuki that inhabit both the side of the India-Manipur border and share strong community and familiar ties. Recognizing this ethnic interaction, the government of the both countries instituted a free movement region (FMR) after independence for people living within 40 kilometers on either sides of the India-Burma border, which was subsequently reduced to 16 kilometers. The FMR allowed the people in the designated area to move across the border without being subjected to cumbersome paperwork such as the visas. Additionally, a wide range of economic activities such as border huts were established to encourage the local cross-border trade and promote livelihood. However, this attempt to convert the border zones into the launch pads of the economic engagement received a setback after the recent violent conflict in Myanmar, resulting in a large-scale refugee movement to India. The movement of refugees has negatively impacted India's border management strategy. According to the United Nations High Commissioner for the Refugee, estimate at the December 31, 2024, approximately 95,600 refugees from Myanmar moved into India. Of these, about 73,400 refugees reported reached India after the recent military coup. However, given the porous border, it is difficult to accurately estimate the number of the Myanmar refugees in India. The influx of the Myanmar refugees had generated diverse response in India. Northeastern state and in Mizoram, various civil society organizations and the state government have shown the considerable empathy for the refugees due to their shared economic ethnic identity. On the other hand, in Manipur, there are concerns that the influx of the refugee is disturbing the fragile ethnic balance and has become an important variable in the Meitei Kuki conflict. Responding to such concern last year, the Union Home Minister announced that the FMR would be abolished to maintain the internal security and to maintain the demographic structure of India northeastern state bordering Myanmar. However, it is not certain if India's Ministry of External Affairs formally communicate its Myanmar counterpart about the withdrawal from the agreement on the land border crossing. Meanwhile, in December 2024, a new framework was operationalized, which would allow people living within 10 kilometers of the border, including in Manipur, to cross the India-Myanmar border with a permit at designated entry-exit points, rather than to expanding the FMR facility to greater economic engagement between India and northern Myanmar. It is being increasingly constructed Mora in Manipur, once a much bustling border trade town, has borne the brunt of the recent violent development. The decline in the border trade made that the Mora emergency as the Indians' gateway to Southern Asia may not be materialized anytime soon. Plans to improve the India-Myanmar Thailand trilateral highway have also taken a back seat, along with India. China is also experiencing negative spillover due to a political instability in Myanmar that prevents the unauthorized movement of the people. China has fenced a few critical sections of its border with Myanmar. Beijing has strong relations with some EU in Myanmar and deployed them to tackle the criminal drug syndicate operating from there. China deploys the considerable economic resources and is a member of the United Nations Security Council (UNSC), which gives greater space to engage with diverse actors in Myanmar with relative care. Unlike the China, India is not member of the UNSC and must be operate within the liberal democratic framework. Yet India must craft a more calibrated and comprehensive response to development in Myanmar. Lest Manipur will continue to fester urgent requirement to ensure the peace in the region. The consolidation of the unhealthy relationship between the Indian insurgent group and armed group across the border need to be arrested. Therefore, it has become the imperative to engage the various ethnic organizations in Myanmar. Therefore, is also an urgent need to provide the increased humanitarian relief and in the long run development health care and education infrastructure in the Myanmar near the border with Manipur and the Mizoram, India. These measures would ensure that the population seeking basic need does not have to make the strenuous effort to enter India. Further, India, in collaboration with select neighbors of the Myanmar, must to nudge all the stakeholders in the country to move towards a more federal democratic polity. With the political uncertainty in Bangladesh and the civil war in Myanmar, the prospect of the Northeast India enhance the external economic engagement is dim at the moment. Therefore, the Indian government will have to spend more resources to maintain economic growth in the region despite the current security situation along the border, including in Manipur. The long-term objective of the border management practice in Northeast India should be increase the economic interaction with Southeast Asia countries. The policy framework should be geared to achieve such an objective at the fire available of Choti. This is our short news. Rajasthan 2025 state budget presented by the state finance minister. 5.37 in lakh crore requirement for or up to 2.75 lakh positions in the government and private sector water supply project and the construction of the Greenfield Expressway were the highlights of the Rajasthan budget 2025-26 presented by the state finance minister Diya Kumari. Investment required to meet India's emission reduction goals. $710 billion. Moody's rating stated that the power sector accounts for around 37% of the carbon emission in the country. The sector, which is highly dependent on the coal-fired generation, has to make the decarbonization investment for the country to meet its emission cut goal. Women Naxal killed in Madhya Pradesh police encounter. 3. The Madhya Pradesh police combat unit Hawk Force and the police neutralized 3 hardcore Naxalis in an encounter near Ronda Forest camp in Supakhar Forest range under the Gadi police station area. An official statement said police recovered 3 rifles, some assault daily use item. It said the additional rice to be given under the Anna Bhagya scheme. 5 in kg. The Karnataka government will begin the providing ration rice from February under the pre-poll Anna Bhagya guarantee. The Congress government has promised to provide 10 kgs of the rice every month to families falling below the poverty line. That include the 5 kgs of the rice supplied by the center. US applied Donald Trump to increase autos tariff 25% in 25%. US President Donald Trump expanded his offensive against trading partners, threatening high tariff on the imports car and similar higher duties on pharmaceuticals, and he pledged 10% duty on all goods coming from China. Jerusalem, Israel charged 5 soldiers for abusing Palestinian. Israel charged 5 soldiers for abusing Palestinian detainees. The Israeli military said on Wednesday it had to indicate the 5 reservist soldiers for severely abusing a Palestinian detainee at the Sde Taiman facility on July 5, 2024. The charge including causing significant injury such as cracked ribs and punctured lung through the violent acts, including the stapling with a sharp object. Abu Dhabi rejected displacement of Palestinian say UAE President. UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan told the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Wednesday that Abu Dhabi opposed the displacement of the Palestinian. He emphasized the UAE rejection of any plans for displacement and stressed the importance of linking Gaza reconstruction to peace based on the two-state solution. Hanoi, Vietnam Parliament approved $8 billion railway link into China. Vietnam Parliament has supported an $8 billion rail link to China designated to the boost trade and connectivity between the two countries. The 390-kilometer line will connect the Haiphong to Lao Si, running through any key manufacturing hubs and the capital Hanoi. It is a part of the Vietnam's two corridor one belt initiative. With the Vatican City, Pope France breathing on his own despite phenomena. Vatican. Despite the complex clinic picture and the polymicrobial respiratory tract infection, the Vatican reports that the Pope France remains in good spirit, is breathing on his own, and his heart is holding up well. The 88-year-old is being treated for the phenomena his both lungs after being admitted to a hospital last week for bronchitis from the arches. This is our today English article. K. Subramaniam as Upadhyay. Let's listen to some music. We can't. Why not? The Kansas City players has knocked out. It's what conked out. Conk rhymes with wrong. When you say that something has conked out, it means it has broken down or stopped working. For example, the car finally conked out yesterday. Our telephone keeps conked out every other day. Excellent example. Tell me the expression conk out. Can it be used with people as well, or is it only used with machine? It can be used with both people and machine. When used the people, it means they become the exhausted and stop all sleep, fads or die. On Sunday, I conk out for an hour after lunch. Meanwhile, you sleep for an hour after the lunch. That is right. Can I say my grandfather conked out in 1960? You can, but you must remember that the conk out is an informal expression and cannot be used in all situations. I see now that your exams are over. How do you feel? Pretty stressed out actually. Stressed out, what does it mean? If you say you are stressed out, it means you are extremely tired or exhausted due to stress. For example, I can say Mohan was stressed out after completing his sixth assignment. So when you say you are stressed out, it means you are tired mentally rather than the physically. Is that correct? Yeah, that is usually the case. I see. Is this expression used often? Oh yes, particularly in American English, you often hear students saying they are stressed out. In Mala knew about this expression. She would use it all the time. I tell you that girl is hopeless. She thinks she stop dumping on Mala all the time. What do you mean by dump on? One of the meaning of the dump on is to criticize someone severely. For example, the prime minister dumped on the opposition party last week. The political party keep dumping on the another all the time. But tell me, is it okay to say Rao's latest film was dumped on? You must certainly can. Hey, where are you going? Home. I think I am going to dump on my sister. Published the Hindu on July 11, 1995. So guys, this is our 2-day quiz, the daily quiz. Ganesh Kumar took charge as the 26th Chief Election Commissioner of India. Here is a quiz on the regulator of the democratic process. Vignesh, this quiz made by Vignesh P. Venkatesh. Question number 1. The Election Commission initially just had the post of the Chief Election Commissioner (CEC) from its inception till all short-lived expansion in 1989. Since when he did the three-member body become a permanent feature? Question number 2. Name the mathematician who served as the first election commissioner of the Independence India. Question number 3. Apart from being the first and only woman to serve the CESC, what other distinction does V.S. Davis tenure hold. Question number 4. The nota option was introduced under whose tenure as CEC? Question number 5. Who has served as the CSC for the longest time? Visible question. Name the bureaucrat who is often credited with reforming the poll body. Though guys, this is previous year quiz answer question, answer of the previous day's quiz. Shivaji belonged to the Ken before the carve out his own independence kingdom Bhonsle clan. The battle took place in November 1659 in Satara between the Maratha forces led by the Shivaji and Bijapur troops under the General Afzal Khan. The Battle of the Pratapgarh. This treaty was signed between the Shivaji and Jai Singh in 1665. After the battle fought between the Mughal Empire and the Maratha, the Treaty of the Purandar. In the mid 19th century, this Marathi social reformer wrote his interpretations of the Shivaji legend, portraying him as a hero of the Dalit. Jyotirai Phule. Shivaji used this weapon against his encounter with Afzal Khan. Vaga Nak. Visual. The location of this statue answer Rajkot Fort. Early birds K. Sarvanan F. Erfanali Osmani Kartik Vijayan. So they can Panda Arjun. So guys, this is our today one important vocabulary word. Today is fraud. Me is it adjective. Hindi meaning is bejan. Anxieous. Synonymous worried, upset, antonymous calm. Example 10. There was a fraught silence in the cabin. So guys, this is today video. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for further more update and more videos. Press bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching. We meet tomorrow or next video. Jai Hind.